The ProACT Know-How.
Hi, this is ProACT Sam with this vlog where we're looking specifically at Cyprus expat tax residents and the summer of joy of tax that they've got. It's a joyful summer that will bring tears of joy to some for the tax savings they can achieve, and will bring zero inheritance tax for others. So let's dive straight into it and look at the first point is that Cyprus is a great business location for expats living and working abroad. You only need 60 days residence in country, and you have to maintain that residence through the year to become a tax resident, so you could be off contracting and have your holiday period only in Cyprus. So it would suit a nomad working lifestyle, or it would suit somebody who's got long-term contracts in Asia or Africa or South America. The other type of person it would suit could be somebody that just wants to travel between business and family locations in Asia, America or Africa again. So there's something for everybody with Cyprus, with the flexibility, with the minimum low tax rate. And it gets even better. The contracting expats, if you're running a business as a contractor and you want to get away from, for example, break a tie, so you're less tied to IR35 in the UK, then working from the UK as a contractor means that it just gives it that extra break. What Cyprus does offer an expat business is a 12.5% flat rate corporation tax, 0% tax on dividends and bank interest, and still the ability to earn £17,000 or €19,500 income tax free. So there's lots of opportunities for businesses to be based in Cyprus. But it gets better because for pension tax, it's good as well. So a pension tax for expats is taxed at a flat rate 5% from that income all around the world. So whether you earn 20,000, 50, 100, 200,000 pension, you're still only going to get a 5% flat rate tax. And even better for contractors who've got a pension income coming in, they can have that taxed at 5%. Again, 50,000 could be taxed at 5%. They can still contract, earn another 50, 100,000 as a contractor, be paid on dividends and receive 0% tax on the dividend income, or have that other income just treated as normal income tax at 20% over €19,500, and still the flat rate pension income is taxed separately altogether. So again, it offers great opportunities. The same with investment income, bank interest is 0% tax for expats. So it could be a great place to invest. It could be a great place as well for people to take capital gains. So if you've got a portfolio of capital gains from shares in companies, you may be getting dividends, but if you're an owner of that, or if you've got Bitcoin type investments or a share portfolio, then those financial or commercial property gains in the UK will be taxed at source up to maybe 20%. And we're not talking about UK residential property, we're talking about commercial property or financial services gains where you're going to get potentially up to 20% capital gains tax. There's 0% tax in Cyprus. So if you're selling a gain in a Bitcoin portfolio, you've got 0% tax as a Cyprus tax resident with a minimum 60 days residence, and you can be nomad for the rest of the time. So it works for capital gains, it works for pension income at a flat rate 5%, dividend tax is 0%. Can it get any better? There is no inheritance tax. So as a Cyprus tax resident, you can organise your family and business assets to make sure that your capital and on your death goes to your family and not to the taxman. So during this summer of tax in Cyprus, there's some of the reasons to be paying tax in Cyprus. It then gets a bit more confusing. During the COVID period, everything's gone online, and there is always 2 tax returns to be made in Cyprus. So in 2021, in the summer of 2021, there's a self-assessment tax to be made by yourself, and the tax for the current year to be paid in July and December. During this summer as well, because it's late with the ongoing modifications, we've got the first online tax returns in Cyprus which have got a connection to the exchange of information. So since 2016, countries around the world under OECD agreement have been exchanging information from banks, property agents, dividend payers, investment companies, employers, all exchanging information between tax officers. So if you've got a tax resident in the UK or Cyprus or France or Germany, they will receive that information from any income that's arising around the world eventually via the local tax office, which then will pass it to your country of residence, which is why everyone's having problems with banks and verifying identity to make that the case. So on the Cyprus tax return that they're doing this summer, for the first time, it's linking up with that information that's received as exchange information. But bear in mind as well, the full tax year return that's being done in the summer of 2021 is for last year, it's for 2020, so it's a year behind. You've already paid your self-assessment tax last year, and if you haven't, the balance, you can't be paid until you've submitted the return this summer, and it's due by the 30th of December with any balancing payments. So if you paid the tax, no problems. If there's a balance to pay, then it needs to be done there. If you paid excess tax abroad, then you may need to submit your Cyprus tax return in order to reclaim tax paid at source on capital gains, dividends or earnings, for example from an IR35 contract in the UK. So all those can be done, but you've got to get the returns in on time. Is that confusing? Possibly. The dates and the complications, we found a lot of issues with Cyprus tax residents because there is these 2 tax returns and they're always succeeding years, and then we've got the delays and the transition to online tax returns. But don't worry, you can contact us at our website at ProACTpartnership.com. We've also got live chat where you can talk to our ProACT client service agents, and they will help you and guide you on how the world can be resolved. Your questions can be answered, not just about Cyprus or UK tax, but as an expat, a family or business living and working abroad with property, business or property rental income. We offer free reviews online. And if we can't answer your question on the chat, you can chat with us live at proactpartnership.co.uk. If we can't answer your questions there, you can jump on, book a free review, and then we can help you from there. So welcome, come into our world, and let us help you sort out your issues with Cyprus tax or any other issues living and working around the world. With Cyprus tax residents, you can enjoy 0% tax on dividends, 5% tax on pensions, and 0% inheritance tax, and make sure that your wealth passes from your family and business to your family and not to the taxman. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you again next time.
The ProACT Know-How, brought to you by ProACT.